Yes, see, now this right here is why I was uploading occasionally and following certain people, and I had my favorite YouTubers and all that fun stuff, and not really worrying about my channel. I think it's just hilarious that all of a sudden we're having all these damn changes, right? People are like, oh, don't worry about it. Small YouTubers aren't going to be affected. We're going to be affected the most. Because if we were attempting to get any kind of monetization, it ain't happening now. It's not happening now. And the way if this is going the way I think it's going, anybody that's doing music reviews, you got colorful stuff in your videos, if you have any kind of animation in your videos, there might be an issue. You're supposed to make your stuff kids friendly, theoretically. This whole situation is a mess. A whole mess on so many different levels. And we'll see how this goes. That's all I can say is we will see how this goes, because the problem with this entire situation is the fact that there are so many people to blame in this instance. Now, the way this should have gone is that people like Logan Paul should have been banned from the internet. The chick that made that experiment that burned those kids and killed a kid, she should be banned from the internet, not just YouTube, but the internet, period. Triple XD, they need to be banned from the internet because they're racist, on top of being just poor taste, because it's cartoons, but they're racist cartoons. They should have been banned from the internet. I mean, I have a whole lot. If the FTC wants to link to people that need to be banned from the internet, we can provide that. I actually called the FTC just because I was concerned. So for those of you who don't know who I am and what I've done outside of YouTube, I grew up as an advocate. Well, let me phrase that. I grew up doing charity work, but I also did advocacy work. I was heavy on advocacy work when I was volunteering with, it's now called One Northside, but back then it was called O&E, Organization of the Northeast. So basically it was Rogers Park, Edgewater, Uptown, and Ravenswood working together to get things done and get things moved around the country. Whew. You know that phrase, don't talk about it, be about it? We did not just talk about it. The things that we've done changed the landscape of how some things are done currently. We had organizations that we work with that when President Obama was running for president and all those candidates didn't want to come to the forum, they recognized all the people that was in the room and they came out to the forum. They came out to Iowa to make sure that their voices were heard. And we hardly had any people decline to come because they understood the importance of that election, understood the importance of who was in the room. So the problem that we have, hello to the people that are in the bushes, much love to you. I'm explaining why it's so hilarious that now when I start taking my channel seriously, all of a sudden YouTube wants to go crazy. This platform could be used for so many amazing things. I think it's really heartbreaking that they're targeting the channels that cater to families. I think that's really, really heartbreaking. I think the problem is the fact that they should have just literally targeted the people that were actually harming children. And they know who they are because they know their IP addresses. Like, or is it the issue that there's so many of them that they can't control it? And so they're just going to make all of us suffer. Is that what's going on? I'm confused. Because at this point, I've watched multiple different videos on this topic, and that's why I finally decided to speak on it. Because, and I'm not even getting into it heavy. I'm just going by my perspective. And if I come back on here later, I'll definitely talk about what we need to do. Because something's not being done, and trust me, there's a way to organize and make the FTC realize that this was not a good idea. Because the one thing that I don't know about content creators and YouTubers and millennials in general is that we do make our voices heard. And if we're making our voices heard, and when we make our, hey Tracy, how are you? Good morning. And when we make our voices heard, people listen. When we actually are talking about something, people listen. I was watching one content creator. Let me actually, since I'm talking about, let me go ahead and find this channel real quick. I literally just watched this video, and that's what made me decide to say something really quickly. And this is going to be real quick because I'm already irritated by this entire situation. It's called Tear of Grace. Good to hear. So Tear of Grace is the channel that I was watching, and the title read, I said cool and got fined $42K from the FTC. Now, mind you, nobody's gotten fined yet. But the fact that we are going down this route, and because Blee Mademoiselle also made a video talking about this. Everyone's making a video talking about this because it's a problem. Because what they're doing is they're targeting people that are family friendly. Instead of actually targeting the people that have harmed families and harmed children, they're targeting everyone who's family friendly. And that's what's not fair, because they don't want to do the work and find the channels that are problematic, because those channels make them too much money. So they're going to target the people that are trying to do good. But all the scammers, all the liars, all the cheaters, that has hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of views, they're going to let them rock, right? They're going to let them ride. They're not going to care about them. What people don't know about my channels, I put a lot of work into creating content, period. I have videos on here that are not even released because now I was on Periscope. I was on there heavy. And those were moments that I can't get back. So I know for me, this is going to be if they actually go through, which I don't think it will, because if the people make enough noise and flood the FTC's phone lines, they might rethink this. If people sitting up there and they screaming and yelling, and every other call to the FTC is somebody saying, nope, I'm not going to do this. Nope, we can't do this. No, we will not allow this. If you flood, I'm telling you this from experience. If 100,000 people flood those phone lines, if people that are in DC, if you are a YouTuber and you are in DC and you have not walked up to the FTC office yet, why? Because if I was in DC, that would have been my first stop. Because I want to hear this, and I want to hear this message you're telling me, and I want to hear it live. If I had 1,000 subs and I was in DC, I would have been up there. No questions. Because the problem that we have right now is that some people do this for an actual job. And for everybody that says, being a YouTuber isn't a job, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm a content creator, so I create content outside of here, outside of social media, period. I'm a content creator, period. Whether that's on social media or not. It's partially why I didn't really do much on here, because I'm busy creating content for clients. But the problem is that people don't realize the amount of work that goes into content creation. If you are actually creating content, if you're actually creating television shows or movies or sometimes even flyers, little Instagram videos, all these things take time and energy. And y'all heard it before. Hours of editing and hours of this and hours of that. I'm sure y'all thought it was a game. I'm sure you didn't think it would affect you. Yes, YouTube is a free platform that we get the privilege of using to create content, to place our content. This is very true. But YouTube also is a platform that has made billions and even billions of dollars off of people like me and other content creators. Because technically, if we was under the old YouTube form, I would have been monetized. But because they took away monetization for anyone under 1,000 subscribers and under 4,000 watch hours. We're like, oh, it's easy, just go live. I'm like, I'm not home enough to go live for that long. So whenever I get the 1,000 subscribers, blah blah blah, I'll be going live from events and stuff like that. It's the only reason I want it. But who knows if they're gonna take away the live now? Who knows what they're gonna do? I think it's really frustrating at this point because it doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. They could easily go down and have someone look at the channels that have been harming children and take away those channels. But instead, they're punishing everyone because they're just being lazy at this point. And it's crazy. It makes absolutely no sense. And this is so frustrating. Because all you're doing is harming people who have good intentions and they're trying to help. And I feel sorry for the gaming channels. I'm just watching people talk about they have to change their content. Like, I don't know how how the cake it is going to do. Shout out to Yolanda. That shows that her channel is hilarious. But I'm sure it's going to be deemed for kids. I have bright colors in myself, so my thing would be deemed for kids. Not that I matter, of course, because I'm a small content creator, right? But the fact that they're trying to charge YouTubers, content creators, for something that the platform did, because the platform sure did say, hey, if you want us to give you ads, then you need to make your content more child friendly. Make it so the entire family can watch, right? That's what we did, right? This platform is hilarious. It's just absolutely hilarious. And what's so sad is that there's so many people that just want to do dope content. And I hope that YouTube, or not just YouTube, but the FTC knows what they're doing. I hope they change whatever vague, whatever they judge children's content. They need to fix that. Like I said, I get it by not. Excuse me. I get it. You don't want stuff that's going to harm children. We all get that. Nobody wants pedophiles in here. Fuck, kidding me? Even though they won't fix the ones that are on here, but that's a whole another video. I hope that somebody at YouTube just does something to make the situation not so bad. The FTC regulations are going to hurt a lot of people. The amount of Giselle said something really, really pressing. She said she has a lot of people that come to her, and some are kids, and they'll say how her videos helped to save their lives. I think that's my biggest question. I don't know if people realize what this is going to do if it goes through. You're destroying the platform. And what was the point of that? Like, what was the point? What's the point of destroying the platform? I know the concept of one bad apple spoils the bunch, but there are millions of people on here that are going to be affected by someone sitting in a room. Probably never watched a freaking YouTube video in their life. And the only reason I say something, well, how I knew watch I was fucking, I was gonna take this down, but again, I knew watch hours. Let me just go ahead and say this real quick. The only reason this actually matters is because this is what happens all the time. The minute we start to progress in something, the minute we start to make some moves, the rules change. Happens in sports, happens in school. You know how you get all those extra regulations. How you can't just have an A, it has to be an A plus, and it has to be this, and it has to be that, and it has to do this, and it has to do that. Do people realize what they're doing when they do this? People really realize that. People really, really realize that. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. But it goes back to this whole concept. It goes back to this whole concept of once we get it right, they try to take it away. It's been happening for years. They were creating too many dope ass black content creators. That's why this bullshit's happening now. Because there are too many dope content creators. Too many amazing content creators right now. That are doing some really dope things. But are having the videos surpassed because what they're talking about isn't quote unquote advertiser friendly. Because they're talking about black empowerment. Because they're talking about how to love yourself. They're talking about the rainbow community. And shout to Mac does it because that video was everything. Because he flat out said, this might be a toy video, but it's not for kids. And throwing the rainbow flag and all this other stuff. This is a mess. On so many levels. This is a mess. So I hope they can get together because, child, this right here is insane. Just absolutely insane. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand that there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's doxing. There's a lot of things that kids shouldn't see. I completely understand that. I understand you gotta regulate shit. I get that. I get that part. But what I don't understand by any means is why. Why are they coming after the channels that haven't done anything wrong? That's where I'm confused. There are multiple channels on here that have lied, cheated, stolen, put children in the hospital. Why not just those channels? That's what I just do not get. Why come for the kid-friendly channels? Like, that's what I need to understand. Why? Why come for them? What did they do to you? What did they do to you? But like I said, the problem is that we have too many people that are sitting up here and that are just in their offices making decisions. And like I said, the cool thing about being a small YouTuber is that I really don't give a damn about views. Because I'm not getting paid off the shit anyway, so whatever. At this rate, shit. At this rate, just get my community feed and keep it the fuck moving. No, no, no. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're absolutely not. And it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, especially coming from a space of advocacy and coming from a space where this crap happens all of the time. Come from a space from community work, all of that. This happens all of the damn time. All of the time. Ain't want to know why this mess happens all the time. Do you really want to know why this happens all the time? It happens all of the time. Because we allow it. Because we don't say anything. Because as opposed to actually going down to the office, there's a corporate issue, and making our voices heard, we say, well, it's not me. I'm not going to worry about it. Meanwhile, people are sitting there getting paid off of regulating things. People are sitting up there getting paid because they can take the little red pen and destroy someone's life. Shout out to the Goyevich. That's why he's in jail now. That's karma for you. And they can let him out, I'm just saying. That's karma for you. That man literally sat up there and took his little red pen and destroyed lives. Because someone didn't agree with his fucking position. You know, I can't. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I will not. I'm so incredibly overwhelmed and frustrated by the situation. You have no idea. Because all I think about is the fact that this is probably going to be the case for multiple social media platforms if nothing gets done. But I am the one person that is hopeful that if the FTC gets flooded with a bunch of freaking calls, they might rethink that shit. So we'll see what happens. The petition, was put out there, so we'll see. Like I said, if you are a YouTuber or a content creator, period, and you are in DC, please go up to the office and ask questions live. They might not speak to you directly, but even if you go up to the building and go live there, somebody's gonna have to come out at some point and answer some shit. My ignorant self would have just been grabbing the first person that came out. Hey, yo, you know about the FTC thing? You know how to get them. Somebody will go and grab. I'm telling you for a fact, someone will go and grab somebody from the FTC just to get you to leave them the hell alone. Because if you're there long enough, they're like, hey, yo, I need to speak to someone with the FTC. You see that to enough people, someone's going to find a representative from the FTC to come to talk to you. Because we need to be able to ask them questions live. And ask them how they came to this conclusion. And why these things are so vague on what's supposed to be quote unquote child friendly content. Honey. Well, anyways, I'm off here for now. Make a little later. But I just had to say that real quick. Well, screw it, it's under an hour. Leave me alone. 30 minutes. Whatever. Yeah. Just insanity. Absolute insanity. But hopefully, because I'm pretty sure I'm always shadow banned. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Some controversial. I'm always been controversial. YouTube is owned by Google. Google my name. I'm controversial. So I'm sure they're not even trying to show people my channel. It's just fine. Because when I have my 1,000 subscribers, I won't care. Because I can have my community tab, hopefully. But I need them to get together. I need YouTube to get it together because this is not okay by any means. People that create content deserve more than just about scanning through their things to figure some shit out. $42,000 is a lot of money. You're trying to charge that people per video. How sway? I mean, even for the bigger content creators, that's their whole freaking check. Like, I'm confused. Never. But anywho, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope and Snapchat at Danayazure. That's DANAYAZURE. At the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Matters Answer You, facebook.com/KFresh Entertainment. Copy of each of our magazine is actually out currently. You can go to www.k4sent.com for that. So, and on my other channel, on my other links will be below. Alright, you guys. I'll talk to you later. A lot more energy, but right now I'm just I'm feeling the same way that a bunch of content creators are feeling right now. Kind of over it. So, yep. Love y'all. Bye.